It's a chilly morning. The clock says it's 6:46 and 56 degrees outside. It's a little chilly. Nothing like riding to work, listening to some good old Slipknot. Yeah! Beautiful sunrise. Alright, YouTube. You know, I love to watch a lot of the YouTube channels that are out there that are dealing with various different types of motorcycling, whether it be dirt bike riding, sport bike riding, enduro, adventure bikes. I love to just watch these things and get some great ideas, some things that I can even take on the road with me as I ride a cruiser. A lot of people that watch these YouTube channels, they only watch, you know, the things that are the content that was based around probably just their bike. That's what I love about like Blockhead. He'll be on a Grom one day, and they say he'll be on a Harley. Doesn't matter what Harley it is, he'll be on some type of a Harley. You know, I love to see that kind of stuff where he just switches it around, and I like his attitude towards it. Doesn't matter what you ride as long as it's two wheels. I also like the way, you know, Dan, the fireman, he's always out there giving great safety tips, great things to do and things to think about while riding. Same thing with MC Rider. Great guys to get some great motorcycle safety tips. Not motorcycle awareness, but maybe being aware of like cages. Like this dumbass that almost ran out. You know, sometimes you gotta look for that kind of stuff, and you know, MC Rider's great for that. So is Dan the fireman. They do those great videos on being aware. Now they're also, you know, those guys out there that they're kind of the tech guys, the Harley tech, John Maxwell, Rocco on two wheels. You know, they got some great stuff out there that, you know, it's good to watch these things and maybe get an idea of what can work on your bike, or different things that may be wrong with your bike that you may want to try to do yourself. And then there's those guys that do a lot of customization to their bikes, like Bike and Bird. And then there's also like Bike and Beards. You know, they're the guys that go out there, they buy bikes, they flip the bikes, they not necessarily flip them like 360 degrees in the air and turning upside down and stuff. They buy them and resell them flip, which is really cool because sometimes they can flip a bike the very next day, or they may fix a bike up, and you know, it's great to see that kind of content. And you know, this is so much more enjoyable than turning on the TV and watching some lousy sitcom that goes against anything and everything I am for, either politically or what I'm for morally. So, you know, I'm just tired of the the stuff you see on TV, it's so politically addressed, or it's political. There's so much political genre jargon going on that they just have all the propaganda they're just trying to shove down your throat. So, you know, that's what I like about YouTube. If you don't like it, bam, go to the next one. See, Facebook had this issue. People just start talking and talking about stuff, and it just, to me, half of it was stuff that nobody could prove. There was no fact, no truth, yet they spoke of it as if it were true, and they spoke of it as if it were fact. And most of it was political. It was propaganda set up by one side to go against the other side, or was the other side making up propaganda to incite the other side to come up with their own propaganda. And it's a vicious cycle, which, you know, makes me wonder, is this what Facebook is all about now? Just political propaganda throwing out there? That's all it seems like it can be now. So going straight to YouTube, and I get to pick and choose what I actually get to see. That's what's so cool. It's not like something just pops up on my timeline like on Facebook. Another type of content that I like to watch on YouTube are the product reviews. One guy I really like to watch, he's more of an adventure writer. He's up in Canada, and that is Fort9. He has some great product reviews, all the way from things that you put inside your helmet to listen to music, to tires on your bike. He really goes into kind of the science of why you need certain types of tires for different types of riding. As a matter of fact, the speakers that I have in my helmet, I never would have known about them, the U-Clear speakers. I actually watched a product review from Fort9, and he had mentioned these speakers. Now, my speakers are not Bluetooth speakers. They have to be wired. But I do have a Bluetooth connector on the side of my helmet. I do not have a communications device. But these will connect to a communications device, and they're much better than the speakers that you would get in a communications device. The only thing I wish I really would have done is look at product reviews of helmets. Now, I love this HJC helmet that I have. It fits me just great, but it does not fit speakers. So when I put the speakers in, they have to go on the chin straps to meet where my ears are. By the way, this new camera I've got right here, that is the Garmin Verb Ultra 30. Just got it. I'm already liking it. I've shot a couple of videos already with it. It has wonderful picture for me, for what I do. It also will record your speed and your location, which is a great thing to have in the case of an accident. Some other content that really got me kind of motivated to do this type of vlogging was 40 Times Around with Tim and Adam Sandoval. Man, they go all over the United States, and Tim, he camps at different places. As a matter of fact, this summer, Tim is packing everything up. I think he's sublet his apartment out to somebody, and he's just going to live off of the land pretty much for the entire summer, maybe even the entire year. I'm not sure how long he's going to do it. But his goal is to hit every national park that's out there and camp in every national park. Maybe not camp in every single one, but at least visit every single national park in the lower 48. That's pretty cool, man. I love to see content like that, especially when there's motorcycle riding and you get to see the place that they're going to. That's something that's kind of inspired me to kind of do the same thing, but here locally in Georgia, I'm not really at a place in my life where I can just pick up everything and just leave like that. I have a job that requires me to be there, and I have a family, and I spent about 5 years of my life, even though I was living underneath the same roof as my family, I spent 5 years of my life behind a computer working on my doctoral thesis, and I missed the first 5 years of my daughter's life because of that. And I find that, you know, spending time with the family is far more important than anything else. Some other content I've been watching lately has been motorcycle crashes or motorcycle near crashes, or things that deal with automobile accidents. Now, I'm not watching these because I want to see the actual accident and see the gruesome details of that. I'm actually watching these to see if there were any form of an escape route that the person could have taken. What kind of strategy would I have had when entering that accident? What is it that the biker could have done better to avoid that accident? Even though it's not the biker's fault, there are still plenty of avenues out there a lot of times that we can actually utilize to keep ourselves safe as motorcycle riders. So I watch these kind of things and watch this kind of content for that very reason. Dan the Fireman did a live stream where he looked at some of these accidents, and quite a few of them actually were the rider's fault. I mean, if you've got 5 car lengths in front of you and you see somebody pulling out, don't rev the engine and start going faster and honk the horn and everything. Start slowing down and honk the horn and make sure that they can see you. A lot of times when I watch this content of accidents, it is wheelies or burnouts and things like that. Or here's one, people filtering. Now, filtering is when you're coming up to a stoplight or a stop sign, usually a stoplight, a traffic light, and you filter yourself in to where you go between the cars and you go up to the front, and allows you access at the very beginning of that line. Thus, in theory, it means that you're going to reduce the amount of time that your engine is sitting at idle, helping to reduce the amount of heat on that engine. It also reduces the number of vehicles lined up at that stoplight. So, you know, a lot of those videos deal with filtering and lane splitting. Lane splitting is when you go between cars on either a 4-lane or more, and it's at high speeds usually, and those never end very well. You got people that are going to merge, and no, they don't see you. They're never going to see you. You're in a blind spot, and they're looking at the 2 big cars that are behind them, not the little tiny bullet looking vehicle that's going in between the cars. They're not looking for that. And when they merge and pull out in front of a motorcycle while you're lane splitting, the guys get all upset, and then they go and slap a mirror. Just so you're aware, if you slap a mirror and you gun it afterwards, that is considered hit and run, and that is your fault. If you slap the mirror and then address this situation, that is called road rage. And that is still your fault. You can simply open your visor of your helmet and talk to the person in a nice conversational tone. Now, when my blood's boiling, somebody's ran out in front of me, I usually have a few words that I would like to say to them, and they're not nice. That's the reason why I don't address the situation, because that becomes road rage. And here in the state of Georgia, I don't know about all states, but here in the state of Georgia, road rage is illegal. So with all this said, if you're tired of the garbage that's on TV, if you're tired of seeing the same kind of posts on Facebook, if you're tired of the political arena that is being shoved down everybody's throat, and you just want to get something that you enjoy watching, whether it be motorcycles, cars, how-to videos, self-help videos, or just funny stuff. My daughter loves to watch these vines, these short clips, and YouTube has them. I suggest, you know, getting off the TV, getting away from Facebook, and watching YouTube videos. Because the YouTube videos, it's content made by folks like me and you. And if you want to add new content, you can start doing the very same thing that I'm doing. I'm not in this to make a whole lot of money. As a matter of fact, my station right now, my channel right now has not been monetized. So if you like what you've seen, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to get notified of any new content. Make sure you comment if you have any questions, or you know, you just like to tell me how good I'm doing or things that I can do to improve. Until next time, ride safe and always get back home.